So it's Sue Greenwald with Awakened Stories here today from the heart of District 5 with King Smarty, Sananda Galactic. Hey, Smarty, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How you doing, young lady?
I'm doing good. So we're using an alternate channel today because I've been censored again. But there, at least we got Plan B, right?
Yeah. We got Plan B, C, and D, and all these other
Yeah,
plans coming to
yeah,
fruition. So,
yeah, yeah.
um, what we're going to figure out is it's not really that hard, but we're going to start going live on KingSmarty.tv
Okay.
because of all this type of stuff. Your YouTube got hit. My YouTube got hit. Social media is still controlled to a certain extent, and both sides of the fence don't want certain things out.
Right, right.
You know, they don't want to have to admit some of the things that they're going to be forced to admit. So,
They're hanging in there, not in a
mhm.
good way.
Yeah, you see, they're doing all types of stupid shit like faking deaths and all this other stuff just to try to control people's, persona, if you would, the way people react to certain things. It's all the bait and switch bullshit. Um, you know,
Mhm.
we still have active enemies. However, they're more so human than ET type because
Okay.
the dark ET type are have is being eliminated. With that being said, all we got is a couple of little minions to go. Once they're fully exposed themselves, then we'll take them out, and then we'll have a beautiful new reality.
Awesome. Awesome news. Awesome news. Well, there's so much going on in the news right now. So it looks like Israel's expanding or trying to with their war campaign. I mean, that's what we're shown. I'm not sure what really is happening.
Yeah, well, that was always their plan, and it's not going well.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah. It's just crazy how they are still thinking they're going to win
it's still crazy how they are told they're going to win,
and they believe it.
and they believe it. They've been told all this since childhood, since
Yeah.
since that's what Israel done. They've mind fucked all of the children, literally. Not only mind fucked, but actually physically raped and pillaged their own, and that's why they think that that's normal over there.
Yeah.
They did it to me, so let me do it to all these Palestinian guys. That's the way these sick fuckers are. Oh, I said fuckers, yeah.
Oh, stop. It's I mean I actually think the way you talk is it's you. It's natural and you notice I laugh most of the time. It's funny.
Oh well, it is definitely me.
Yep.
I don't sugarcoat shit. And right now we're not in a state of affairs where you should sugarcoat anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cabal is within the government, is within the armies, is within the military. They're everywhere, and one by one they're being addressed. So there's no time to worry about what people, how people talk
Right. Right.
when we have to still deal with these sick individuals.
Yeah.
Mind you, most of it is for show, literally for show, because the world has to understand what we've been dealing with behind the scenes and what they've been doing behind the scenes. And in order for us to heal as a whole, all of it has to be revealed. So, what better way to reveal it all than to do things in the public, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing public executions. You're seeing public, violations of children. You're seeing public people being set up to try to meet children. You're seeing all this stuff in the public. Some of it's real, some of it ain't. However, it's all doing the same thing, waking people up, realizing there's a big issue, and then we are addressing it. That's what our job is to do.
Right.
So when you see something that's horrific and terrifying and oh my God, that's because you needed to see that because you didn't believe the people that were telling you that these things were taking place. Now you don't have a choice because it's everywhere. And the censorship is still happening. However, social media, there's so many things happening right now where social media can't even keep up with it. And because of y'all censoring us, we now are able to get new cell phones, new email addresses, and redo our social media accounts because that's what all of us had to do over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
I've been censored like 5 different ways in the past week. And I will say, yeah, annoying and frustrating. Okay. But in the long run, it's ridiculous. It really is so stupid. Because do you think I'm going to stop saying what I'm going to say?
Exactly. And
Yeah, I just
the fact that y'all can't take none of us out because you tried multiple times is only showing to the people that these individuals talk the way they want to talk, expose all types of shit, and are still around.
Yep.
Okay, so if you man, man, listen, yeah, I don't understand how they just don't come out with all of it and just say, listen, this is what's been happening. These weirdos over here are and have been telling the truth, especially the cult leader King Smarty, right? Because I've
Yeah,
been called everything.
I know. Well, like I said yesterday with John Jr., my channel is this big. They're keeping it like this big. Okay, whatever. It's not growing organically. They're suppressing it. But look at the lengths they're going to make sure that this content doesn't get out.
Well, I mean, you think your channel's that big, and it's not. It's way bigger.
Okay.
The viewers are in the thousands, if not millions. Um, the comments are being deleted because I've seen it myself to my
Yep.
own channels. And which also reminds me, if you see a influencer and it's got all this likes and all these followers in the millions, and they're still, talking their shit, be
Yeah.
mindful of the shit that they're talking because it's obviously bullshit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The
It's
fact
straight
that
up
there's
bullshit.
the fact that they're still allowed out there should tell you something. Okay.
Right, right, right.
Like they're getting paid, of course. They have an agenda and they're being bought off behind the scenes. There's a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And then when they want to turn, bad things happen to them. Then they
Yes.
got to fake their deaths.
Yeah. So I guess we should talk about that.
No, we shouldn't.
We shouldn't. Okay.
Nah, it's nothing to talk about. It's all bullshit.
Well, we know that, but we know that there's a bigger picture there. Is it just to wake people up, I guess is my question.
Well, it's to wake people up, which is has done. But remember, they all had ulterior motives,
Oh, yeah.
and it don't work. It
Yeah.
don't work now that y'all did that. Now that y'all did that, now everybody's looking at Israel now all over again. They wanted to do they wanted to go a different way. However, it's not going that way.
Yeah. Well, again, we're seeing like the public is reacting like everybody's flipping out. They're crying, they're putting out videos like crazy. And it's like I'm looking at it like, does anyone ever question what happens besides me? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Right,
And of course they have an agenda like we talked about.
right, 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 right,
Yeah.
right. So at the end of the day, when when things publicly come out and be told to y'all, there's not going to be real change until all that happens.
Right.
In the meantime, we'll still have to deal with what we're dealing with, but we all know who the enemy is. It's the satanic individuals, groups, different groups controlled by the reptiles and all the other beings that were here acting as God, acting like gods because they had abilities, right? Y'all haven't even seen the shit that I can do publicly. Y'all seeing me, pop up on y'all and do all the other things, but you ain't seeing what I'm really doing or what I'm really capable of. So the only one to be fearful of is your creator. Because when your creator allows King Smarty to do what King Smarty does, then your reptilian rulers or your Draco rulers or your vampire rulers or your whatever the fuck rulers you want or you believe in can't save you. Because your creator sent me to destroy all of y'all. And that's what I do. And I do it with a smile and laughing the whole time.
So we had a consciousness raise maybe 2 days ago, 10 more notches, maybe 3 days ago. I don't remember. So question, did we lose a lot of the dark ones during that? Again, like, yes.
That's always going to be the case. Dark ones they literally fade away. And I'm gonna give you an example, or I'm gonna show you what's actually taking place. You remember when I said literally, buildings can literally be brought up?
Yep.
So what you're seeing is you're seeing the dark dimensions fade away, and then the newer dimensions come into play. That's why you're seeing cities in the clouds.
Yep.
That's why you're seeing things that you've never seen before. In that one video of the Mandela effect, where there was changing things, and
Yeah.
Richard Simmons had a band, and then with you only saw it with the camera.
Yeah.
Okay, well that camera is literally showing you the perceptions, different dimensions. That's all that's happening. So when we raise the consciousness level, we're raising what people see too. And
Okay.
and daddy's in control of all of it. So when he tells me to raise the consciousness, I do it. Boom, without no fucking problem, right? And you see the evidence of it because
Yep.
you don't
Yep.
have a choice in the
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
You can sit here and say you're saying doom and gloom and all this other shit. Like I had some previous conversations about, doom and gloom and fear and this and that. I don't give a fuck if you fear or not. What's going to happen is exactly what the fuck I tell you is going to happen. So, and that's because we are in control of this shit. When I say we, I mean Daddy and I, and B and my crew members,
Yep.
the ones that are doing the field work while I sit here um, talking shit. So
Awesome.
basically, that's literally what's happening as we raise the consciousness. And the cool part is, ever since I came on Facebook Live, when I hit the first boom, when I hit the first Schumann residence that night in the parking lot at Walmart, and told everybody watch the Schumann residence because I just hit it. Ever since that should have been like, oh shit, what we dealing with here? But then no, they weren't convinced. They didn't care. They still wanted to do what they wanted to do. So, okay, well, since y'all still want to do what y'all want to do, I'm gonna keep doing what I want to do too. keep, keep
That's awesome.
eliminating y'all.
Yeah.
And the cool part is literally an hour or so after we raised the consciousness and hit hit that, um, that video came out of the guy saying, holy shit, we got an anomaly. It's weird. And I wish they stopped fucking calling me weird, by the way.
That is fabulous. It's fabulous. But literally every time you put it out and then we look at the Schumann, we can see the energy spikes. All right. So there's proof. There's proof there.
Yeah.
And also sometimes it kicks our butt. Sometimes we're like very energized or
Sluggish, yeah.
yeah, or we have to take like 3 days of napping, you know?
Yeah, we had to do it. We had to do it here too.
Yeah.
I everybody else fell asleep. This time I didn't get no rest because I had things to do. But
Yeah.
yeah, those downgrades and upgrades and uploads and downloads and all of it is very real, and it's literally changing the way you see things because your body is nothing but energy. It's like an organic computer, and now it's being tweaked where you can now live in the higher vibrations. 20 years ago, you wouldn't even be able to handle what's happening right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people would have literally went ape shit. Especially when they finding out about how the children's been grinded up and they've been eating them unknowingly, and how the cabal's been purposely making us eat flesh when that's one of the biggest rules not to do, and they've been secretly giving it to us. So these things are like mind blowing things, and it's all designed to keep us in those lower dimensions,
Right.
lower vibrations.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why we say things like that. Do not eat flesh, do not do this, do not do that, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't about it wasn't really about you being a sinner and all this stuff. It was just warning you that if you do these type of things, you won't reach the higher dimensions. And if you do some of the most darkest stuff, you definitely not coming to the higher dimensions. So that being said, the process of elimination is ongoing, and when our ships are fully uncloaked, the great intimidation it will be in full effect. They're still trying to figure out what to do, what to say, and as they do that, Daddy just laughs at them because we don't care what y'all do or say, and we ain't going nowhere for a very long fucking time.
So the other day when we talked, the New Jerusalem was maybe, I think you said like 5 days out or something. Is
Yep,
it here, like orbiting Earth as we speak?
it's definitely here.
Yeah.
It's definitely here. Um, some of the structures that you're seeing in the clouds are also what do you call floating ships, floating cities, and cities that will fully manifest overnight. And those of us that are awakened to it all will witness it all take place, where others will just be like normal everyday people who
Yeah.
who already exist in that reality, and we're walking into it.
That's
So
good.
it's a wild trip. It's a wild, wild trip. Beautiful people, beautiful wildlife, beautiful fruits and vegetables. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. We're walking into that, and we have been chosen to be a part of it, to anchor it. We were here to anchor it all, and allow the full manifestation to take place. Those higher dimensions is beautiful. Flying vessels, flying cars, flying everything. Um, Teleportation, astral travel, portal jumping, kids flying in the air like it's normal. All of that exists. However, not in the dimensions we just left. Okay.
Yeah.
The ones that were doing those things in the dimension we just left, in the dimensions with the S, were obviously, super special, and were coming in and out of time, space, and dimension just to show people that this was real. There was really old videos of, monks and certain masters, if you would, kung fu masters, teleporting from not planet, but from mountaintop to mountaintop, and it was all captured on film. Those films have been scrubbed. So a lot of those type of films are coming back out where you'll be able to see all of the cool things that was happening. And the cool thing about us raising the consciousness is that now all of the cool things that you want to do and you knew was possible, but you didn't know was possible, you're going to start to understand it because those little things were unlocked in your minds.
Yeah.
So that's why you're seeing more and more people calm the water and move clouds and, you know, play with trees and the trees talk to them and the trees come closer to them. That's why you're seeing all these magical things because that's what we've been reinforcing as well with the reinforcing of the miracles and wonders. Remember all that?
Yes.
So every time we reinforce certain things, every time we put our energy behind certain things, it allows the manifestation to come in faster and faster and faster. To us, because we're a part of it, it feels like it's taking forever,
Yeah,
right?
it
It
does.
feels
Yeah.
like we're taking forever. And for others who are not a part of it, it just happens because they're not engaged in what we are. That's why for them, shit just happens and it's like, whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep. Yep.
And for us, it's like, about time I did that.
That's awesome.
And dad already told me all these things would take place and all of it was coming to fruition. So the more inciting stuff is the fact that we are getting ready to have it our way, which is building and producing and getting out new tech, getting out new sound, getting out new stuff. And we're exposing and eliminating everything and everyone, whether it has to do with the music, the publishing, whether it has to do with the films, the free energy devices that we got going on, the different laws and the way the land is being hoarded out here, all of the different uh, 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 all of the different laws that they put in place just to stop people from building things. It's like this is all bullshit.
Yep.
This is all BS. So all of it is being exposed and eliminated as we go. And when I get directly involved in certain things, then it's over.
Awesome.
So yeah, we got a lot going on, a lot going on. I just had a ship pop up and do a real bright light and then fade away. So those little things like that's happening all around us, it's just it's signs to show us that we're all on the right track. Otherwise, it wouldn't happen. We had Ava, um, pop uh, four crafts right in front of her house, and she's always doing that.
Yep.
And a lot of the crafts are some of my children just coming in and out of portals and popping up in their spacecrafts. You know, so this is my children and crew members because I'm not the only one, and our children and grandchildren are the ones that are helping with the whole entire process. And some of them are not even born yet in this time. Some of them still haven't been born. However, they're coming, and they're literally coming from space, time, and dimension after the fact. There's a wild thing that's happening, and Daddy shows all. He shows me all of it. I ain't got a fucking choice.
Well, we're going to learn more about how dimensions/realities work, time works. Like, I don't know if that's something we could understand now or
Some can.
yeah. Like I know that we've talked about, different layers and octaves of, I guess it would be vibration or frequency, right?
Right, 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 right.
And we can be in multiple places at once,
Well, yeah,
and
we are.
we don't know that, right?
Right.
if you don't remember.
Right. And that's why the chambers are important as well. You remember I said the chambers are already here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's why they're already here, because of they're in place. The more of the the more of the levels raised, the more you'll be able to see them as well. So people are using them. They're just in different dimensions right now.
Okay. Yeah, that was my question. Everyone is like, where can we sign up or whatever? And, all I can say is we'll announce it when it's time.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We'll have events. We'll have certain things in place where you can just sign up and then come in and volunteer to be a guinea pig if you want.
Yep. It's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's no downside at all. Like, I
No.
don't know why anyone would hesitate, but
Well,
people,
people are scared of their own shadows.
yeah.
Now, when you're like me and you're like us, we know that God is real. We know that Dad is real. We know that with Him by our side, there's literally nothing to worry about. I've already accepted the fact if I gotta go, I'm gone. Right. However, I found out shortly after I can't go. So I'm fucking screwed here. Jesus Christ.
You're not screwed.
Imagine having the consciousness levels you have and then have to hurry up and wait for everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. And I've got to assume like your thought process is much faster and broader than ours. So when we ask or even talk, you're like, come on, get to it, right? And
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's one of those things where I already know what you're gonna say and blah blah blah.
yeah,
And then I have to admit sometimes I do act dumb, like but it's also a learning process
yeah,
for
yeah,
everybody else,
yeah,
right? So um that's where we're at with it. Everything is being revealed, and because of Daddy, I have the patience that I have to answer everybody's questions, even though I answer them a billion fucking times.
yep.
But we, as in me and you, have to keep in mind that we do have more and more people coming,
Right.
joining the ranks and seeing all this stuff. So I don't mind doing it.
Yeah,
Plus, it's my source directives to educate everyone.
yeah, yeah,
Some people come along and don't have time to go look at a video that we did 5, 10 years ago.
yeah.
So I'll just educate them real quick. And Daddy also he picks and chooses who I should say what to when. Because I get text messages every day, nonstop, and some they all get answered. Some I'll literally sit there and text back.
Right.
Others I'll just
Yep.
and it's done. And I literally do that, like done, done, done. And the next thing you know, I get the text message a couple minutes or days later with people so happy that they couldn't believe what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
What do you think? I was fucking joking.
That's so fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. Well,
Yep.
it's so exciting. So exciting.
Very,
Now,
very.
you're not personally going through the chambers yourself. You're going to be transformed.
Mhm.
So the way you think it's going to work is you'll just wake up one day and be like, awesome, right?
Mhm.
Or will it
Probably,
be,
probably. I know some people will wake up and fall off the bed
yeah.
because they're having to adjust to their new body. Whoa, I didn't know I was going to be that heavy.
Or tall or whatever it might be, right?
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
bang themselves on the end of the bed and stuff like that, not knowing what the hell's going on. Like
Yeah.
that movie, Big,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the other movie, where they changed bodies. She turned into her mom, and
Oh,
mom turned into
Freaky Friday or something like that.
yeah. All those. I mean, there's literally movies showing y'all this
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
and we're definitely here with it all. Everything's happening. Everything.
About 2 years ago, I woke up feeling so good one morning, like so good. And I literally though, I was like, oh my God, it's happened, right? Walk to the mirror. Nah. But I felt so amazing. Like it was just fabulous, whatever happened,
Yeah, well, it's definitely happening. There's signs everywhere of it. Um, we're doing things as Daddy allows. We're exposing different groups as Daddy allows, and the exposure is going to get real intense here shortly because it's literally going to be triggering lots of things.
Yeah.
Something like the chambers and something like us changing appearances is not going to go away. You're not going to be able to censor that shit.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is when I transform, even my identification, my ID, and all of these different things are going to transform as well. You know what I mean? So there's certain things that they're not going to be able to censor. They're not going to be able to hide. And this is why, because of what they've been doing and
Right.
how they've been suppressing the people.
Right.
Um, it's unstoppable. It's so unstoppable. Everybody has their own little plans in place for wanting to change and all these different things. However, Dad has the final say, so it's all going to come together anyway. So the faster they come to Jesus, the faster things will happen for them as well. If Jesus got to go to you, there's a problem.
Well, I kind of wish you would be popping in on them a little bit more frequently, but that's just me.
Well, we do a lot. Like every day, people, places, and things get
Yep.
evaporated,
Yep.
eliminated. And some of the individuals we pop in on don't need X-lax. So, and they all know these things are happening.
Yep.
They know more than the locals know, and when the locals try to get help on situations, that's when the locals find out. Don't mess with that dude, man. He's weird. He's got some unusual abilities, man. Better leave him alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is what it is. They can find out the hard way. All for all I care. I don't. It don't matter. I mean, you're going up against your creator and his most powerful creation like ever. Good luck.
Okay. Now, what's happening down in Puerto Rico? Like we've seen some video about how the people there, they're they want their freedom.
They'll get
Okay.
it.
All right. And
Yeah.
then we see a whole bunch of the US military guys going down there with a whole bunch of equipment and stuff. What are they actually doing down there?
Well, again, people have plans, and then Daddy laughs at them.
Yeah.
So Puerto Rico will be free and independent, and it will be a place where I go frequently visit because of the history there. And he wants me to turn the whole island golden. So that's what's going to happen. We'll have a resort there as well, and all of the corruption coming from the U.S. will cease to exist.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening there.
When you say golden, can you describe that a little bit for us?
You know how in the Bible they talk about golden streets and all this stuff?
Ah,
Yeah.
so the people will be repaid for all of their suffering.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the people there have a history with me and Palestine and Judea, and you know, yeah, it's a lot there. It's a lot there, but it's all going to be revealed, and they're going to be free. Period.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So my daughter and I did a video on Puerto Rico, a series of videos, and also Hawaii. It's the same, they go about takeover the same way every time,
Yeah.
right?
Hawaii will also be liberated and free too.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
along with Africa and all types of
Yeah.
different different territories. You all have to understand that there's been a group of individuals that they literally take on another group of individuals just to do what they want to do. And they've been doing this for a long time. And you're talking about um, um, what do you call it? Not the Ice Age, but the other age. You know, England times back in those times. So
The Dark Ages?
yeah, that and all the other ages, if you would. But yeah, they've been doing what they're doing for years, which is why they still have the mentality to, you know, um, colonize things.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, this land belongs to Dad, and he's taking his land back, um, whether it be by force or by people just realizing to just do the right thing and
Right.
you'll survive all this.
Right.
Otherwise, you'll be eliminated, and the one we put in place will do what we tell them to do. And that's what's going to happen here in the U.S. I'll have to go to the UN and tell them hands off of um, this area, the whole U.S.
Yeah.
Get a new name and all that stuff. People are aware of it. Don't matter to me if they like it or not. This land belongs to Dad. The entire planet belongs to Dad. So how you say, we can't. We're going to revamp, kind of like confiscate it and then rebuild it. Um, and anybody want to interfere with that will meet Dad. So
Right. Well, you look back over the history that we know, every major power has taken over other countries. England had India, for example, and they still rule other countries just like we do, right?
right. Mhm.
And so they take them over, they take away their resources, they use the people, they create third world countries, all this other stuff. So it is time for that to end. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, yeah. So like I said, um, there's going to be things that I will do that will show the entire world that we're not playing games. Um, I've 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 been sitting here, well, not sitting here, but I've been telling you guys everything that was coming for the last so many years, and it's happening. So when people do stuff like the thing that happened the other night, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I laugh at the shit like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, what's next? What y'all gonna do next? Because at the end of the day, it's going down Daddy's way anyway. You may have um, fooled everybody else, but you didn't fool everybody. Right away, people started chopping that shit up. You know what I mean? So the cool part is all sides of the fence are being exposed, including us. We're being exposed for being real. We're being exposed for being legit. We're being exposed for actually doing what we say. When we're being exposed for being a part of the new world, and it's happening, and we're not going nowhere. We're being exposed for being the real boss and the king. We're being exposed for telling the truth, whether you like it or not. Still the truth. So you know the fact that it's all true, we're not going nowhere for a very long time, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I can't say the same for yourselves. So
Well, you would think that you say that they know you. Don't go over there. That guy's, got some special abilities we don't know about. You would think that would cause them to say, maybe he's telling the truth, right? Your message hasn't deviated ever, ever, right?
yeah, yeah. So a few years ago, Dad told us that, you know, there's a handful of individuals that do know the truth. And every time they say something or tell another group or another organization, no, we're not trying to hear that. We're going to do what we want to do and blah 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 blah. Okay, well, let's try to do this and let's try to do that, and we're going to take them out. There's got to be a weakness. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah.
I was brought up the way that I was brought up just to be the rock that I am now. Not to mention all the other shit that I know about my past lives and all that stuff. Like, y'all been raping and pillaging my entire family and my entire lineage, my entire, everything. So now it's, I would say, payback time. And the cool part is there's no karmic things that we have to deal with because justice is being served.
And it doesn't even sound like it's about revenge, though. Like, you're not doing it out of anger or revenge. You're doing it about like, okay, time to stop.
Yeah, well, that's literally what it is. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
That part where it says vengeance is mine. Well, it's a little more than that. It's like you had your choice, now you have to go. Bye-bye.
Exactly.
So yeah. There's also Dad wanted me to tell a lot of these individuals that it's now time to come out of hiding. It's safe, and the faster you come out of hiding and you tell the truth about everything, the faster you'll be protected in ways you never understood. A lot of the ones that faked their death are banking on the U.S. Marshals and the militaries to keep them protected and keep them in safe houses and all this other shit, right? They don't have nothing compared to what me and Dad do,
right,
or have. So the message is to come out of hiding, expose everything, including your dark deeds, because you were once a part of them, and we know. Just come out of hiding, admit to every fucking thing, and the faster you do it, the faster you can be protected and saved. Because just because you faked your death and are now in hiding doesn't mean you'll be safe or saved either. So I just told y'all the way to do it. Come out and tell everybody. Tell the truth. Do what you got to do. Come talk to me. Me and B's waiting for y'all. We already know it's going to happen. So let's go.
okay.
I'll be waiting.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay. So they have to have true repentance, and then they'll tell their story, even the bad parts that they're not proud of.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the part of all of us healing together.
Yeah.
And it's already designed where once they do come out and tell everything will be restored to them, including their family members that they lost. I mean, you're talking about your creator that can do anything. And the fastest way to survive all this stuff is just fucking tell the truth about everything. No more hiding. That shit is over. Okay? No more of any of it. It's over. If people would just come out and tell the truth about everything, you wouldn't have to fake your death. Right?
Right.
We know you were a part of the cabal at one point in time. We know they made you things that you ain't proud of. We know all these different things happened to you. We know what they've been doing to you. We know they've been saying all these evil things about you. We know they turned all of their resources on you. We know all this stuff. I'm telling y'all, come out, tell the truth, come see me, because ain't nobody gonna protect you like I can. Guarantee it. I'll put my life on it. How's that?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a deal. Because if they
yeah,
don't do it, they will probably not remain, is what you're saying.
yeah, pretty much. Exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. Awesome. That's a deal. I would take the deal.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, looks like vote 142 countries voted for resolution to create Palestinian state. Well, sounds like Israel's about to get this ass whooped. And we all know that it's even though the land is called Israel, there's a lot of good people there that didn't want to be a part of what they were a part of.
Right, right.
And they took the names, the Jews, they took all that don't belong to them. They faking all of it. So the good people will be saved. In fact, the good people have been saved, and the ones that will perish are the ones that needed to go anyway
Yep.
because of what they've been a part of. And sadly, it wasn't their fault. However, you can't. The only way to put down the fucking Cujo dog is to put him down. That's what they are, literally. They have to be put down. They are being put down.
It, they've been quite creative with ways to cause pain and suffering. And like just when I think I can't be shocked any further, you put another video or clip out, and I'm like, whoa, I can't watch that.
Yeah, well, imagine what they've been doing in these tunnels and how they've been doing
Yeah,
the kids and all that.
yeah,
You got.
yeah,
That's why B he teared up a lot of the times when we went in and out of the tunnels, because of what they were doing and what we witnessed. And again, it's nothing but consciousness and energy and what I'm saying is we can be in one place at one time or many places at one time and see what they've been doing. So being that we were made with love and the way that we operate or not but the way that we are, seeing those type of things is very, very difficult for
yeah,
even the toughest soldiers, including myself.
yeah.
So while B was sitting there tearing up, I was killing them all. And then I cried later, like, I can't believe this shit.
Oh yeah,
So, but I did what I had to do, and the world is a better place for it. So yeah, I'm doing things that, if it wasn't my job, I probably wouldn't be doing the shit.
yeah.
Catching them in the act is like, whoa, crazy stuff, raping a 1 year old or 2 year old, and while you're inside them, you stick a knife in them.
Ooh,
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, shit like that we had to witness. So we addressed it in a way where they knew it was over.
wow,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. I'm hoping we don't have to witness every single video of that, but we have the gist, how horrible
Well,
it is.
one or two videos, maybe, three or four, maybe, or maybe 20 videos of that will do the job. The problem is people have to see it,
Right.
and there's already they thought they were gonna blame everything on AI, and because now that's what they're doing. They're using AI to create all these images, but they were gonna blame it on AI. Oh, it's nothing but AI. However, we already knew that, which is why we have people in place that are proving that the videos are real.
Okay.
Every time they do something, we already got the answer for it because we know y'all been doing this for thousands of years, and so have we.
Right.
So you lost in more ways than one.
So celebrities that have faked their deaths, like there, there's some on the New Jerusalem. Are they? We'll call them the good ones, or
Yeah,
is
some of
are,
the yeah, those are the good ones because they got the exclusive, if you would. So if you're on the New Jerusalem and you were a celebrity, then that means you earned that.
okay?
Or that means that was your job to come down here and do what you did and all that.
It was their mission or whatever.
It was their mission. Others ain't so lucky.
Okay.
If that's what you were asking.
Well, so the ones that fake their death that are still in hiding, those are the ones that have done, for the most part, we'll call them evil deeds.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'd be on the ship. Is that correct? Is that a good way to look at it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's exactly the way to look at it. There's different missions, there's different things, and there's people that are not on missions that were a part of the problem. So they'll be forgiven to a certain extent, but then they'll have to go visit daddy. There's is that's what you that's what they chose,
Yeah.
not for not doing things the right way,
Right. Okay.
or even in a timely way.
Right. And sometimes people feel like they have no recourse, they have no choice. So they might do these things and then they're trapped. But, and maybe can understand that, but those probably are some of the ones that are here now, is what I'm guessing. I
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
couple in mind, but
Yeah, yeah, some of them, yeah, that's a fact. That's a
okay.
case. And the crazy part is that there is one individual that actually has a tattoo of himself with a child and stabbing it. So
Mm-mm.
that individual is literally have it's a hybrid anyway, a reptile anyway. So that dude is gone. There's been a replacement already, or that being is gone. That's another thing that we've been doing is, like I've been saying, we've been taking them and replacing them. So even the ones that the military is apprehending aren't the real ones either,
Right. Right.
even though there's no signs of cloning or anything like that.
Right.
So we
So,
took these fuckers a long time ago
so, what is the purpose of replacing them, like rather than just taking them outright?
because they still have to play. We Daddy wants them to play out the roles.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
even if the role is just to, everybody knows I'm dark, but let me become a good guy until I'm taken out. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
Was reading an update as far as the bank situation. Everything's done, and there's a few people holding things up so that you guys um, have an exchange. That's what it is. So everything is completed. Um, DOD says everything is done. Uh, it's I guess a couple of people have some more choices to make, but however, we'll see some results shortly.
Okay.
Maybe within the next couple of days or so, people will start redeeming. Not maybe, but in a couple of days, people will start redeeming. It'll be quiet at first, and then it'll be everywhere, all over the internet.
Awesome.
Remember, there is an ongoing sting operation still taking place, a galactic one. So some of the stuff I say is literally for that purpose, because we want them to act froggy and leap.
Greedy buggers. Okay.
Exactly. So,
So just
but
sit tight.
we do know that everybody's about to be. We do know everybody's going to be funded. A lot of people will receive all the blessings Dad wants them to receive. He knows your heart. He knows what you're going to do. We even had a certain individual tell another individual that I would be paid back for everything, and I don't need nothing. Um, all the funds and stuff that I get is because somebody donated, not because they have to pay me back for something. And I like to earn my income as well. Um, so I'm grateful for all of it, for every single thing that comes in, and I use it for good, literally.
Right.
I do. I use it for good. So anyway, shortly we won't have to worry about financial stuff. That eagle that I talked about keeps sending us images and messages. We have to go check out the tunnels and get what we got to get out of them. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of wild stuff happening, a lot of unveiling taking place everywhere. And they don't, like I said, they don't know what the hell to do.
Awesome. Now, you had put a video out, let's say within the past 2 days. A guy from one of the underwater cities had sent a message up to the surface,
Hmm. Yeah,
and that's real.
yeah,
Yeah. So, is that guy being protected?
yeah.
Okay.
The only way it happens is because of that.
Is are are they able to come to the surface like without any like weird physical issues or whatever?
Well, they may, yes and no. It all depends because some of them that come out of there can't handle our sun, which is why they get burnt. So, like sunburn and shit like that,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
you're not supposed to be on the surface because you weren't created up here.
Yeah. And are they do they breathe air like we do, or like do they it's like an air atmosphere under the bubble, right?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. There's a lot of that stuff happening, actually universe wide, and not all humans. There's a lot of different species out there, different entities out there. Um, some of them breathe water. Some of them breathe oxygen. I mean, CO2 gases. Some of them breathe gold. They have to have gold in their atmosphere. Some of them breathe toxic gas that will kill us.
Mm.
Hydrogen, if you would. Um, different gases, helium. Some of them breathe helium. As soon as you go, you fuck around and expire because you've seen it in that movie Total Recall when they opened up the train and sucked out his freaking eyeballs and shit.
Yeah.
So daddy's very, very creative. He's created all types of beings everywhere, and um me, myself, and I will be able to survive in these locations, and a lot of us here, the Jedi's, will be able to survive in these locations because Sophie over there having a field day. Um, a lot of these individuals will survive in these locations because that's our jobs to go into these areas and clean it all up.
Right.
So none of it will affect us And when I mean by us, I mean the Jedi's, the crew members, all of us. That's literally our jobs to go over there.
All right. And for this underwater city message that we received, he talked about a city being blown up, which we saw in a different report like a few years ago. That is true, or a few months ago. That is a correct thing. That was blown up, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting. And we know there's not just our, we'll call them human cities down there. We've got lots of underwater bases, ET bases, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right?
that's right. That's right.
Yep.
It's not only happening underground either. It's happening everywhere.
Yeah.
People are fed up with the
Yeah.
norm, the normal cabal bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why you see the Nepal stuff just take place.
Yeah.
Right now that shit has to happen in Israel and all these Sudan and all these other locations where the leaders are, raping and pillaging the people.
Right.
Right, that shit even has to happen here, if you ask me. Then again, it's totally up to what Daddy wants to allow in
Right.
what location.
Right.
It doesn't have to happen here. It doesn't have to happen in other places because of the way that we are doing it. Obviously, Daddy allowed that to take place, just like he allowed for the Charlie situation to take place, right? Um, um, you know, we know and we see what happens. He did start turning on them, and they were going to assassinate him, and it was prevented, and uh, it was prevented, and now all the other bullshit will take place because of it. However, it's not going to go the way they wanted it to go, and there's more and more evidence of them using the looking glass devices to try to prevent certain things, and then they find out they can't because some of the stuff that they saw that they were trying to prevent because they saw they were allowed to see so that they can play into Daddy's perfect
Right.
timeline.
They can show their true intent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
It's interesting because, you see how everyone instantly jumped on the bandwagon. And I think it was Netanyahu, of course, we know he's not with us anymore, sent a condolence text out like within 2 minutes of his death or something like that. Like it, obviously, there was a plan in place. Okay. So,
Yeah, and that was also leaked, just like the book was also leaked
yeah.
because there was a plan in place,
Yeah.
right? However, it didn't go their way,
Yeah.
and all the dark players got caught up.
Awesome. Awesome. Because from my recent experience, to upload a book to Amazon, it takes them 3 days to review the book before it's approved. Okay. So suspicious timing. Yep.
See, now if you didn't do all that, you wouldn't be able to share what you just shared,
Yep. Yep.
right? Because we all know things take time,
Yeah.
publishing, all that stuff,
Yeah.
and for
So,
for them to be able to do it automatically, and then it was proven that it was AI that did it. Not to mention who created the AI. Come on, man.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all being exposed,
Yep.
all of it. There's no way around it. Even the good guys that were a part of helping the situation didn't really realize the extent of it all. Now they're like, "What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, yeah. Well, everything that happens exposes the players. So I noticed a few that, were, we'll say that I question which side of the fence they're on. Well, they've shown me where they are now by putting out so many glowing videos and blah, 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 blah. All right, now I got it. right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you literally have, remember I told you guys that you have the KKK members coming out about Israel. So that just tells you you have a different fashion fighting a different fashion. So yeah. And then you have all those fashions trying to stop the truth for control of something that they don't even have the rights to, which is the people and the land and the resources.
Right.
Who created it all?
Awesome.
This
Awesome.
is this is getting good, ain't it?
It's a show. It's a evolving show. It's been said that we are like a reality show for those in the universe. Is that true? Are they watching all this?
Literally, they
Yeah.
watch all of it.
What season are we on out there?
Jesus Christ.
A cajillion. This is the fall season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very true. They
Yeah.
sitting there watching us, and that's why when certain things happen, it's like Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
so embarrassing.
That's great.
Ay, ay, ay.
All right. Now, do you have time for questions or do you have to roll?
I got. We can do a few more. I got Sophie over here. I'm on daddy duty, but
Oh.
she's with JJ right now. That's why they're over there having a yelling contest.
Well, you really can't hear them too much, so yay. Okay.
Yeah, it's
All right.
all good. I'm surprised she didn't come bashing in the doors.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Question. When we die, the soul leaves the body immediately, right? What then?
Um, not entirely true. Because we do have a thing where the body reanimates within 30 days. So the soul can stay there up to about 30 days. Then after the soul dies, um, then what next is you go to a nice little place where dad designs or designates, because he's in control of your soul essence, your energy, your consciousness. And then you'll decide with daddy's approval, or you volunteer with dad's approval to come back again. So that's what then part. Or depending on what you did here, you don't come back at all. You get recycled, or you get put into a place for eternity, which is what you call Pebble Valley and beyond. I started the conversation or the answer with not necessarily, because we were designed to live forever. So once the body is what they call a dead, you have 30 days. I mean, three or 4 days before you reanimate and stay alive, come back to life. They knew all this stuff, which is why they tried to embalm you and bury you before you could come back to life, because they have that birth certificate that they get paid off of purposely. So they don't want you to come back to life. However, you were designed to.
Whoa.
What the fuck? Another drop bomb.
Well, I've read in various texts that, people have come back to life after so many days of and of like laying in bed or being in bed or whatever. They
Right.
weren't immediately taken away. We know when they embalm you, it's quite offensive to the body. Let's put it that way. So that they do it that way so you can't come back to life. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Wow.
The Saved by the Bell story. I thought we talked about that before.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, well that's what they did. They put people they put people inside of coffins, inside of the ground, and they put a string onto them, onto their finger or whatnot. So when they came back alive, that bell would tell them, "Oh shit, we got to go dig out Pablo or whatever the fuck his name, right?"
Wow.
That's the real truth about it all. And the truth is that we were designed to live forever. And the only way to literally take us out permanently is to evaporate us or um, destroy the body.
Okay.
And because of the way our fruits and vegetables and food system is, it's not that hard to destroy the body anymore, which was also on purpose,
Yeah, yeah.
done on purpose. So so yeah, there's a lot of things coming to light, and everlasting life is one of the main things. You have to get right with dad to in order to achieve all that, and that's why I'm teaching you all this stuff.
Wow.
So you see how real the truth, the truth is, the way to dad is through the sun. It's all frequencies.
SON. Right. So basically, what happens is, let's say the body does die, and we're talking like mostly in the past, okay, not hopefully in the future. But the body dies, okay. It goes up to see daddy. There's a conversation, and either the soul gets put back into, say, someone on earth, or maybe another reality if they have a mission there, right?
Right?
In the past, were the reptilians able to snap that soul up in some way?
Yeah, that's what they've been doing.
Okay. They're no longer able to do that.
Nope. It was like a soul catching trap type
Yeah.
thing.
Okay. All right.
But
Thank you.
a lot of that was designed to happen just so or just cause things needed to be revealed the way that they have been. Because if a lot of these things didn't happen, if a lot of these things didn't take place the way that they have down here, you wouldn't understand those things, that part of it all.
Okay.
Now, we're talking about this stuff, and had had I literally requested to download one of these videos, literally showing you guys that this man here was in the morgue or the hospital part, and he was clinically dead, if you would. And in the video, after they done all the shit to him, I guess cut him open or whatnot. I didn't see the whole thing yet, but I knew where it was going, so I
Yeah.
decided to have it download it, and it shows the guy getting off the table and walking around, stumbling because of what they did to him. Now, if they would have just let him be, he would have got up and um, returned to his daily chores, if you would have.
Wow.
I don't know what he would have did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's why they designed it the way that they designed it, as far as the birth certificate and getting paid off of you all, because that's a way for them to earn an income, and they're the ones that designed the income. So everything is ass backwards down here. Everything.
Okay. Good to know. Like, okay, I just learned
So
something.
so how do you get paid off of people that don't die? You don't. That's how. I mean, you can actually get paid off of people that don't die, and that's creating things for people that live forever to use.
Yeah. The honest way.
Exactly, the
The
honest
honest
way.
way. Yeah. Be upfront about it.
There's a lot of cool inventions that people that live forever are going to need,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Depending on how long we'll have assholes, we need toilet paper. so
That's funny.
so so there are cool things for us to create, or for everybody to create, you know um and that's the cool part about what's taking place, because now with all the bullshit gone, we have freedom to create things.
Awesome.
And people will keep in mind that we do live forever. We're not going nowhere. Life is abundant. How about let's create things that are super cool for all of us to have, not just here, but all around the universe for people to use. When you start thinking like that, then it's like, okay, the creations become more creative. This is going to be used for this forever. You won't have
Awesome.
cars that will be destroyed if you get into an accident. We're going to create a car, vehicle, boat, jet ski, etc. that if you crash it, not only will it not be damaged, but it won't sink as far as a boat. You, you won't get a flat tire because we're no longer using air, and all of these cool things that will last just as long as we do.
Plus, we won't ruin the environment, hurt the animals, the land, whatever. Like look at how we've treated water, air, everything that we need to live. Look how we treat it. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
we'll get rid of all the roads. We can turn the roads into buildings or into other structures.
Yeah.
We can regrow where the roads are at because now we have vehicles that we can just lift up and teleport and go different
Yeah.
places. So we have a lot of
Yeah.
work to do,
Yeah.
and it's the work is going to be fun work. It's going to be loving work, and we're going to have loving people that we work with around us, just changing things. We're not
Yeah.
doing it because you know um, the dog eat dog mentality is
Right.
gone.
Right.
So we're not going to be doing things because of that. We're going to be doing things because this would be cool to have. Somebody would be able to use this, right? And then the dishes, all of the different dishes with all of the different fruits and vegetables that still haven't been shown to us or even known about. So um, it is a beautiful new reality, just like I've been saying.
Awesome.
We're
So
walking
excited.
into it. We
So excited.
very exciting.
Yeah.
We are walking into the new reality. Um, and I get it. Some of us feel like it's taking forever, including myself. However, I do know that it's happening, and there's no way around it. No matter what they throw at us, the reason why they're throwing the shit at us is because it needs to be addressed. So whatever you're going through in your daily life, just know that there's a solution for it. And the quickest and easiest solution is an evaporation.
And
That's
yeah.
what's up.
Okay. And I'll just say to everyone, just hang in there. It's happening. We're seeing it happen. We're
Mhm.
watching it happen. How
Literally,
exciting is that?
literally.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for giving us these updates. We really appreciate it. Blah, 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 blah. Appreciate it. And for those that are watching, if you have any other questions, just send them on to me and I'll collect them for the next time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to say one more thing
Of
before we
course.
go.
Yeah.
Um, don't 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 feed into the bullshit that you're seeing on the media unless
Yeah.
it's something positive for the people, for all of us. Otherwise, focus on something else. Um, start looking at the new devices to make life easier on YouTube. There's so many cool things up there, and that alone will help you
Yeah.
out of those lower dimensions where they want you to stay by
Right.
constantly watching the bullshit on
Yeah.
TV.
The shock factor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Focus on some of the cool things that you want to see happen, not some
Yeah.
of the stuff that you believe it's happening because it's on your screen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Celebrate every day, man. Every day celebrate. Whether it's a beautiful meal for yourself or a bottle of champagne or just have, you know, company and just enjoy life, enjoy everything that God has given you. You know, we
Right.
call him daddy, but enjoy everything that he has blessed us with. Every day is a blessing, and there's more blessings to follow. We're not going nowhere for a very long time, so you know we're constantly thinking about new creations and new cool things to have around us, new energetic devices. As far as me and my crew, um, um, we're constantly thinking about cool things to have. And what if we had this type of machine? Then we can do this. What if we had this type of software? Then we can do this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, once you have one of Smarty's products, it's permanent. You know, so that's why I constantly work to do what I do, because some of my stuff, not some of it, but a lot of my stuff, if not all of my stuff, yeah, all of my stuff is permanent energy. Like for instance, this right here, this coaster, these coasters right here. Once you have one of these, it's a permanent energy device that you simply put your coffee on it, your beverages and stuff like that. So start thinking about and start looking at things that are positive. We already know the bullshit happening everywhere. It's obvious, it's
Yeah.
everywhere, you know,
Yeah.
including the fucking RV mess and bullshit that's happening there. Next week, next week, next week, next week, next week, next week. I hear that shit every fucking week. Okay. I'm not even worried about it. Like when it happens, it happens. That's it. As far as the TDA stuff, keep addressing that too, because that's happening too. There's no certain dates and times on anything, and it actually there is. However, Dad's not telling me. So that being said, keep at it.
Yeah.
With TDAs, people are getting their packages. You know, people are doing things the right way. There's even more information showing you guys who's been doing it if you do the FOIA report and all that stuff. So keep going at it. Learn all this shit, because when we, or should I say, when y'all all learn all this stuff, then you can put yourselves in a different position. You know, the pawn just became
The
the castle.
master.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
master,
Yeah.
the castle, the king, the queen, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Focus
Uh,
on where we're going, not where we're at. And together we are we'll see the new reality a lot faster, like I've been saying. So
awesome.
put all your love and light energy into what you want to see, and boom, done.
Done, done, done.
Done, done, done. That's literally all you have to do and say.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right, we out of here. Love you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you so much for your time.